When we are speaking about Israel, all of you probably know that Israel is a somewhat small country with a very unique population, very diversified, and we're talking about round about 10 million people, similar to a size of capital city in Europe. But this is what probably part of the uniqueness of Israel activity and also of the business activity in Israel. International companies usually are looking to do business in Israel, and those are, as you see in the screen, main, let's say, characters of the Israeli business arena. Resilience in global ecosystem, although probably in the last 2 or 3 years you heard about Israel in the news regarding the security situation, the war situation, conflict and such. Still, and I will show you that in statistics and numbers, Israel is quite resilient and is very impacting the international business arena. We have quite a lot of access to technology and talent. This is part of the uniqueness in Israel. When companies are coming to Israel, usually this is what they are looking. They are looking for the knowledge, they are looking for technology and for the talent. And this is in percentage quite high in Israel. Quite a lot of innovative hubs. Part of them are supported by the government, and majority of them are independent, private, commercial hubs. And I will explain in a minute a little bit more details about that. Advanced economy. I'm assuming that probably majority of our colleagues will say that their economy is advanced. In Israel, you will find quite a lot of technology in the economy. And the business arena is quite organized. We have a very good administration for company, for corporate active, from legal point of view, from tax point of view, and from banking point of view. So everything is very regulated, and it's easy to manage the activity. Of course, if you know how, but this is our role here in Israel. Some statistic for you to be aware about, which I was amazed about that statistic that you see here in the screen, because I thought that after the last 2 or 3 years that you are hearing in the news about Israel, all kinds of challenging things, the statistic will be a little bit going down, but apparently it's happy statistic. It's continue going up, although or maybe because of the challenges that Israel is having. As you see, Israel is number 26 in the largest economy in the world, and this is out of 196 countries. So to be number 26 is amazing from my point of view for a small country and a small population. And Israel is ranked number 15 in the world from GDP per capita, which again, if you compare that and if you look for your country in that statistic of the OECD, you will see quite a lot of even European countries are ranked not higher, but a little bit up in that area, which showing you let's say the economic activity that Israel is generating, although a small country with a lot of challenges. The amazing part is, as you see here, number 1 in R&D. The amount of money invested back into the ecosystem of the business activity are in the R&D is the first one in the world. I think that we can only compare that to the Silicon Valley in the US, which this is only one area. This is in Israel. It's for the whole country. Amazing, and that will explain you in the few slides ahead why this is the main reason that international companies are coming to Israel or doing business with Israel, especially for the knowledge generated in Israel for the last 40, 50 years and continuing. Another happy statistic is this one. As you see here, number 8 in the World Happiness Report. And this is probably, again, if you are comparing to the news of the last 3 years, Israeli are crazy people because they are very happy and satisfied in comparing. And this is a serious research that is being done by the International Monetary Fund and by OECD. And it's something very unique. Actually, Israeli in 3 years ago were ranked number 6. and now Israel is ranked number 8, which I think is still good. And so I think that if I'm connecting the happiness report, I think that the connection to the business world is mainly in resilience, meaning that showing you that doesn't matter what is situation, the business activity, development, R&D is continuing growing. And I'm probably, this is one of the reasons, once investors are looking at Israel, usually this is part of the criteria, knowing that the company that they will purchase or invest or will come for a joint venture in Israel, the company will probably, by the people, would be a positive company that continue growing. Practically, as I mentioned in the beginning, the focus of majority of the company that we are meeting coming to Israel are focusing in those 3 fields: R&D centers, and quite a lot of R&D centers in Israel. And all the second phase is acquiring knowledge, coming to Israel for the technology, for the knowledge, for the innovation. Quite a lot of mergers, purchases, partnerships, or buying or using the technology that is being generated in Israel. And the third part is companies that are coming for big projects in Israel. Quite a lot of investment in infrastructure during all the years. We are talking about hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars and euros that invested each year by the state in the continuing growth of infrastructure project and development projects. So I think that we know about quite a lot of German companies, Spanish companies, US companies, Netherlands companies, and Indian companies coming to Israel to be participating in those projects. And again, connecting that to the resilience, and you can understand why companies are coming to Israel in this situation, the current situation, ending of the war situation, actually have some extra added value for investors. They are looking for a little bit lower prices, although Israel is quite expensive from that point of view, and quite developed and let's say, and not a cheap economy. Nevertheless, this situation that Israel is always are looking for investors for the R&D field usually draw companies and investors to come to Israel and to try to find, let's say, good bargains in that field. For example, if we are looking on smarter companies, so you can see those big companies that you show in the screen, like Google or Palo Alto and Microsoft and NVIDIA, in the last 2 years are investing quite a lot, buying companies, buying knowledge, and doing activity. All of those companies have, usually they have R&D platform here in Israel. They are investing in that. NVIDIA, for example, in half a year ago, meaning again, in the middle of the Mediterranean crisis, NVIDIA launched a new factory, manufacturing chips for NVIDIA platforms. And also they have R&D research department here. So they are invested quite a lot, and showing you that if you are a smaller company, or if your clients are smaller company than those giants, if they are thinking in that direction, they know that they continue doing business and they have profit for the long run. So a good example. The reason that clients are coming, or what are the red flags that you can check with your clients if they are interested regarding Israel? Of course, if they are selling something into Israel, some of the companies are looking in Israel as like a small area to test their products, mainly for technology product, new technology products. So I know that we have now one company from India and a company from Germany and one company from the US that are in contact with us. They are coming to Israel as a small technology market to test their product here as a pilot. And then because Israelis are known to embrace new technology quite fast, and then to get the feedback and going out for bigger arenas like Europe and going back to the America and such. if one of your companies or clients are hiring employees in Israel, and this is also quite common because other countries or other companies located somewhere else in Asia Pacific, for example, are hiring special teammates from Israel, again, usually for R&D, and then they have some tax issues with that situation that we would usually happy to assist better in advance. And again, establish a local presence if they are coming for infrastructure or for R&D or for purchase. In the last week, I told to one of your colleagues that BMW having here a hub for purchasing the automobile company. They have R&D here in Israel that are actually several people that are only buying new technology. So we came to be familiar with them also in the last weeks. But those are the main flags for clients that are coming to Israel or to invest. I think that the bottom line of all of those potential clients is not only the infrastructure project, but if they are thinking about knowledge, they are looking for quick time to market, meaning shortcut any development that they are doing for their products, and they are looking for Israel for knowledge how to get closer and faster to the market with AI, with technology, and whatever. Next, entering Israel. Let's go for a little bit professional basic knowledge. Of course, you can read quite a lot of that in the internet, and also we have our Doing Business in Israel PDF that in the Antea website that you can take into the detail, checking, let's say, income tax for corporates is 23% and such, but I will give you some general, let's say, more nuance. Legal structure. Companies are coming to Israel are usually thinking about legal structure. The most common is open an LTD, an Israeli entity. LTD is the common. It's the same basic as the majority of Europe countries and the US countries regarding legislation. The legal system is quite structured. It's based on the UK past legal system, and it was, let's say, developed into the Israeli system. From legal point of view, IP registration and opening a company is very, very organized. And we have also a structure of daughter company or a branch, which is like you need a fiscal representative if you are a company that is coming to Israel. But legal structure is, let's say, from our point of view, it's quite easy. You just need to fit the attention and the goals of those clients that are coming to Israel. Tax. From tax point of view, the tax system in Israel is somewhat similar to the, let's say, majority of the world, the European and US companies or tax systems, but there is quite a lot of new ones. So in that case, for example, I'm comparing that to Europe. There is a lot of new ones that need to be solved from VAT point of view, from research and studies of tax point of view. So those need to be adjusted. I can tell you generally that we can reach from 23% of corporate income tax. It could go even lower to the direction of 7 to 12% for investors that are investing in R&D in Israel or opening the companies, manufacturing companies in Israel. So there is all kind of added tax benefits that the government is giving to investors coming from abroad to Israel. But that need to be analyzed in advance and to get the right permission and agreement with the tax authority. But there is a structure for tax benefits. It's not a tax haven, but indeed it's a good tax benefits for if it's fitting your company. Generally, about 40% of the foreign companies coming to Israel are asking for tax benefit in that direction. The rest of the 16% prefer to go to the commercial market with a regular tax, let's say, tax regime. Employment and payroll. Employment and payroll, the Israeli employment law are quite developed. they are going to the direction of preferring the benefit of the employee. So any employer need to be prepared in advance and to work according to the legislation, proper agreement and such. Again, from our point of view, it's not a problem. It just need to be organized. It's very organized system. Banking system in Israel, this is, I think, that one of the challenge, because Israeli embrace the money laundering regulation of Europe and of the US. Both entities are quite challenging. If you are opening a bank account in the US or in Central Europe, you will be asked a lot of questions. In Israel, you will be asked twice regarding those legislation. Money laundering is taken very serious in Israel. The banking system is very organized. The central bank of Israel is, let's say, is a powerful one, and this is a good thing because he's keeping the industry of the banking very tight and very organized. In the last decades, we did not have any bank going bankrupt or any challenging situation, so the bank are very careful. Usually, it's taking between, in the best scenario, 2 weeks to open the bank account, and in the worst scenario, it might be 2 months. So the legal structure, no problem. The opening of a company, no problem. But if a company want to come to Israel and have some business activity, they will need a bank account, local bank account, and therefore need to be organized in advance between 2 weeks, and our recommendation is usually 2 months in advance. Accounting and reporting, again, it's similar to the OECD regulation from audit, from accounting point of view. It's almost 95% the same. There is, let's say, about 5% of all small nuance, maybe regarding inventory and regulation regarding assets or crypto assets, Bitcoin and such. So there is all kind of nuance. But other than that, auditing and accounting is quite similar, or one-to-one with the OECD. And from time to time needed some adjustment to local GAAP, American GAAP, other GAAP. So we are used to handle that and to do the matching. Our partners and teammates in the accounting department are specialized in matching that. And once a company coming to Israel, usually they want reports for the headquarters. And since the Israeli bookkeeping is being done in Hebrew and in shekels, the local language and the local currency, usually we have already platforms that are translating everything to dollars, euros, and English. This is the most common. And then the reporting to the management is as follow. Regulation and licensing, depending on the area of activity. If your client is coming to technology arena, usually there is a lot of special regulation. But for other arena, for example, for the fields of medicine or the field of media and other specific area, there is needed special license. And but again, it's something that is quite easy to handle if you have the right preparation in advance. So this is regarding acting from a professional point of view in Israel. I'm assuming that you will probably have some question, but don't worry, in about 10 minutes, I will stop, and then you will have a lot of time to ask the question and regarding the nuance if you have someone who is interesting or just for knowledge. Collaboration with us. I didn't start with the activity of Aaron in Israel, so now is a good point in time to mention that. Usually, Aaron and Antea partners are generating activity together. For services, I'm splitting that for 2 slides. Services inbound, client coming to Israel, and client that are going out of Israel. We have about 7 services. 6 of them are for inbound clients. And those are the services, the package of services that we are trying to assist with to the client. Meaning that when a client coming to Israel from one of you or one of your colleagues, we are trying to give them a full package of services regarding all the compliance that they will need in Israel: taxation, accounting, audit, finance, business development. We are doing quite a lot of due diligence for companies and assisting them in the negotiation and going into the market in Israel. So for all of those fields, we have at least one partner that is specialized in that. And we are a small team of specialized people regarding that. We are hardly have any trainees in our team. The idea is to have a multidisciplinary professional activity with a lot of strong experience and specialized in cross-border activity. I think that round about 80% of our client in Israel are clients that are coming or from abroad to Israel or Israeli companies that are going out. And this is the focus. How do we do that? Usually with partners, where this is our philosophy, and you'll see also for the outbound activity, usually we are doing that with partners. The way is, first of all, we have basic referrals. We are getting referrals, we are sending referrals, which is quite basic. From time to time, we're in joint venture with colleagues, but the main is co-brand proposals. This is our, let's say, philosophy of doing work. For example, if you have a client in Italy that is coming to Israel, usually we will try to embrace the system of co-brand proposal, meaning that our understanding is that to give a better solution here in Israel, we need the colleague from abroad that send the client to be accompany this procedure. For example, from tax point of view, to be sure that it's matching here in the origin country. From legal point of view, withdrawing of profits, dividend, and such. Israeli have, I didn't mention that, but Israeli have quite a diversified and big network of double tax treaty, more than 50 double tax treaty with countries around the world. And for those that there is no double tax treaty, there is a special paragraph in the law how to handle that, which is similar to having a double tax treaty or the flag double tax treaty with a different nuance. So this is the idea, and the co-branding proposal usually is preferred for us. And in that case, we have a clear division of roles, but we have a good communication with the colleague, the lawyer or the accounting or the auditor that send the client, that we are able to give one package of services worldwide. Next, I mentioned the incoming client, and we have one field that we are giving services outside of Israel, and this service is cybersecurity services. This is the only service that we are hardly selling in Israel, those services. Mainly, we are looking for colleagues and partners and doing joint venture with other countries. Currently today, already active in Netherlands, in starting developing that in Germany, in Mexico, in the US, and in a little bit in India. And we have several countries that are currently collaborating with us. The idea is that, as I mentioned, Israel is specialized in generating knowledge, and cybersecurity knowledge is quite common in Israel. We have a lot of ability to recruit a lot of specialized team. We have 5 specialized team member in-house, and they are actually organizing the communication with colleagues around the world. And indeed, quite a lot. I can give another full webinar about that, but I just summarize telling you that if you will hear about any colleague, if it's one of you yourself or other colleagues that is wanting to investigate this kind of collaboration, mainly, by the way, mainly in the connection of privacy law, auditing, and certification and finance. And so we are combining the cybersecurity professional activity with our, let's say, traditional services to be able to give a better traditional services. Again, certification and auditing and privacy law are the main one, and therefore it's a good collaboration for any consulting firm worldwide. Or if you will hear about other people that are other companies that are interesting, we will be happy to meet them. Almost finish on time. As discussed earlier with Visi and Maria, we will leave enough place for questions. So you have my details here, and I think that from my point of view, finished. Maybe Yaniv, my partner, and my brother have some things to add. Yaniv, you want to open the mic? You have some things to add, or should we open for questions?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's okay. So just one big remark regarding the different tax systems in Israel. In terms of different tax system between Israel and usually with European companies, a lot of European companies have problem with VAT. Hence, in Europe, VAT can be deducted between countries, but in Israel, it's a different VAT system. So most of the tax accidents that we see are in VAT terms. Companies are paying VAT that they should not pay or paying twice, and etc. In the past year, we were able to obtain over €500,000 for two companies from Germany that paid double VAT without knowing, and the €1 million from a company from Spain that had business activity in Israel, and we proved that they didn't have a permanent establishment. So both from income tax and especially VAT, most of the issues for European companies in Israel are VAT law, and yeah, that's basically it.
Great, you're right. We are happy to assist. Usually clients come into our office, some of them are prepared in advance. But let's say, being honest, majority are coming with already, they have some problem, or already the engineers signed the agreement and now they need a legal structure or a tax structure, which is, again, from our point of view as a service provider, it's fine, where we will try to assist them. But let's say the professional recommendation will be, please prepare in advance. And also, by the way, in the other cases, when we are sending clients to other countries, Europe, US, Asia Pacific, usually, even they are coming to our office, usually they already have something, they already have some investment, and then they need some colleagues around the world saying, someone need to help us because we already invested and forgot to report the income. So this is quite common, and also we are happy with that. So any questions, things that I missed that you think that is better to elaborate? I'm with you. If not, then VC will upload some kind of nice video for them. No, I'm joking. Meaning that everything or totally not misunderstand, or some or everything was perfectly fine.
Just playing yourself very well, Ophir, as usual. That's for sure. So you can open your micros whenever you want, or if you prefer to raise your hand, and then Maria will open the micro. So now is in any case, we are going to distribute, of course, the presentation and the video recording, and you know that Ophir always is open to any individual question by email or by phone or by the QR code I have seen, Ophir, which is very practical, definitely.
I'm also quite available in WhatsApp if urgent case. If someone is coming to Israel for vacation urgently and did not plan that, I will be happy to host. All of us here in Israel are happy to welcome host, not only for the business activity, also for, as I mentioned, for enjoying the beaches or the sightseeing. And now the atmosphere is come back to be relaxed and normal for Israel. So this is a good time to take advantage of the weather. And as David mentioned, maybe the weather in Israel is not so bad. It's almost as in Europe. So and we will find you some mountain to go up and to feel the breeze. Jerusalem is in the mountain, so no problem. Okay, so you are welcome. And by the way, again, any question by WhatsApp, or email, and phone call, we are available. Yaniv and Sivan and all the other colleagues that are here with us.
Thank you very much.
Certainly. So thank you very much, Ophir and Yaniv, for your time, for preparing this full, interesting and overview for these business opportunities in Israel. And of course, I know more than sure that you are open to any additional question by WhatsApp or whatever, as we said. Yeah. So thank you very much to all of you for participating, and hope to see you in the next edition. It will be in a month or so. You will receive more information by email. So great. Thank you, and I have you all a nice week.
Yeah.
Not much hot. Not much hot.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.